This trailer is not what it seems, and I'll give you a second to figure out the premise. And no, it's not simply about Will Smith being a spy. Still didn't figure it out? Well, just watch the trailer reaction.
Okay, cool. Oh, and you got a different, got the viewpoint of my room today. And just so you guys could see, got some posters over there. Heck yeah.
Alright, cool. And I actually brought a little friend today.
Oh?
I've shown you this character
Ah.
before. It's Miga. She was one of the mascots for the Vancouver 2010 Olympics. Some of you guys watching may know I'm a fan of the Olympics, and I started learning about all their mascots. Funny enough, when I was in Vancouver with Penny, we actually saw these like being sold, and but because they were Olympic merchandise, they were like $50. So
Oh,
we
shoot.
didn't buy them. And 8 years later, I was like, you know what? We really like these mascots. I think our dad also likes them, so I figured I get them all. So yeah, I just figured since I have a lot of animation fans on the Blood Moon Bob channel, they'd want to see somebody like Miga. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, so today we are looking at this trailer like totally came out of nowhere to me, and that is Spies in the Skies, which is the latest movie to come out of Blue Sky Studios, who made movies like Ice Age, Robots, Horton Hears a Who, the Peanuts movie. And it's interesting, like Gabby, have you been following the whole Disney Fox thing?
Not really, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Not
And
very much.
yeah, I won't go into super detail, but because I know it's been a topic I've been covering a lot on my channel. It's also a much discussed topic on my channel. And I know one of the things, I didn't really talk about this, but everybody was wondering what's the future of Blue Sky. Now that Disney didn't buy Fox just yet, but it seems it's very close to the point where it seems like it's going to happen. So everyone's like, oh, what are they going to do? Who, and this movie coming out, Spies in Disguise. I'll have to look into the release date. I still think that it's coming out under, it's not a Disney decision. Obviously, it's still Blue Sky doing their thing with Fox. So at least a sign that they're still able to come out with a movie. Don't know too much about it. All I know is that Will Smith is in it. The thumbnail says that Tom Holland's in it. So is Karen Gillan. Will Smith, I think, needs no introduction. I've seen him in a couple old projects. Like he's obviously Fresh Prince of Bel Air. He was rather infamously in the DreamWorks movie Shark Tale, which I know my dad can't stand Shark Tale, but I still think Will Smith is talented. He's definitely a very funny actor. He was also in The Pursuit of Happiness, that biopic about Chris Gardner,
Yeah.
and that was actually a really touching movie. And yeah, it shows that Will Smith could not only pull off comedy, but he could do drama pretty decently.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and of course Tom Holland, who is I got him confused with Tom Hiddleston for a second, but we know who Tom Holland is. He recently played Spider Man. Karen Gillan is as is well known in like the Doctor Who and Guardians of the Galaxy community. She played Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy. I know her as Amy Pond from Doctor Who. I saw her in an episode, so it's got a pretty decent cast. I will say the premise, like even the title "Spies in Disguise," kind of corny. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Gabby? Because isn't it kind of obvious? Like if you're a spy, you would go in disguise? Like I don't know. Does it seem kind of
Yeah, that
corny?
does sound a bit redundant.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Like I don't know why I'm getting some Despicable Me kind of vibes from the just the title alone. I don't know what it is. Like coming from a animation studio that I'm not gonna say it's like a super hated studio, but it's not like super critically acclaimed either. Like when it comes from, one of the meh names in animation. Not that I hate Blue Sky movies. Like I really like movies like Ice Age and um, the Peanuts movie was also really good. Horton Hears a Who was kind of corny to me. Robots, even though I know critics didn't like it all that much, I thought it had its charm. I remember watching it quite a bit as a kid. It's so Blue Sky kind of has a very mixed like reputation. I mean, I don't know. What do you? I mean, have you seen many of Blue Sky's movies, Gabby?
Um, I think mainly Ice Age.
I say, did you see Peanuts or Horton Hears a Who?
Uh, I may have seen Horton Hears a Who. I didn't watch the Peanuts movie.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, me and Steven saw it and thought it was pretty good. But that was like the one time where, it seemed like Blue Sky had a a movie at least most people could agree that was actually pretty good. The rest of their catalog,
Oh,
huh?
I think I've seen Rio as well.
Oh yeah, they also made
Um,
Rio.
and Robots. Which I haven't
Yeah.
heard about Robots in like the longest freaking time.
Mhm. I mean,
Uh,
Robots I think
that's
has
about
a
it.
very simple message, but it definitely has its charm.
Oh, definitely. That probably has to be the favorite one of mine that I've seen that I can point out. Yeah. I think that's about it. I don't think I've seen much of the other ones.
So yeah, I don't know. Like the premise kind of well, the name kind of sounds is kind of corny. We'll have to see the trailer to figure out the premise. So we're going in with kind of an like kind of like feeling. I don't know. Like I'm just kind of hoping it's fun. At least it's kind of funny. I mean, Will Smith can be really entertaining. So
Oh,
we'll hopefully
definitely.
get that out of this trailer. What exactly did I'm looking at the Google results for Robots. It got like a 6.3 out of 10 from IMDb and a 64 from both Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic. I mean,
Okay.
scores, but I thought it had its charm. But we've been rambling about Blue Sky a bit for quite a lot. So let's get into Spies in the Skies.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So are you ready?
I am ready. Just pulling up the thing. And uh uh oh no, I got an ad.
Yeah. Just are you able to skip it?
Nope.
No. Oh. Well, let me know when it
Hold on, hold
passes.
on. It's almost done. Okay. All right. Yeah, got it.
Okay, so are we ready to go? All right, can I count down?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's do it. Three, two, one, go.
Appropriate audiences.
Identity scan initiated. Hello, Agent Sterling.
Let the beat drop. La 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 la
Oh
la.
snap.
All the ladies wanna know. I'm hanging with the boys.
Yes.
Oh.
It worked. Subject appears disoriented.
Walter, what did you do?
Pigeons are everywhere and nobody notices them. It's the most perfect form a spy could take.
Unbird me right now. Stop, girl. Seriously.
Hey, Lance, look at me.
Look at you? I can't not look at you, Walter. I can see my butt and your face at the same time.
Oh my god.
La 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 la.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, check
Okay. That was interesting. Are you okay there, Bobby?
Whoa, that just caught me off guard.
Pigeons. Pigeons.
So, oh my, Oh my god. Let me first of all, before I say something, let me see what exactly does the IMDb description say. When the world's best spies turn into a pigeon, he must rely on his nerdy tech officer to save the world. Oh my god, this trailer caught me off guard so bad because all the thumbnails show Will Smith's character. So I was under the impression, okay, is this gonna be like a funny James Bond, not Kingsman, but like, okay, kid friendly, funny James Bond. So I thought that was alright. The first half of this trailer was well animated, super colorful, lots of action. And then it's like, oh yeah, he gets turned into a pigeon. And I'm just like, blue sky.
Perfect. It's perfect
Well,
because
it got me there in terms of like playing with your expectations. Like it succeeds
Who-
on that level.
who doesn't want to see a pigeon secret agent?
I guess it could work. This is not a commentary on what I think of the movie, but for some reason I remember. Do you watch Black Nerd comedy, Gabby? Like Andre the Black Nerd?
Yes, I have seen some of his videos. Yes.
Yeah, I remember when like Tim Burton's Dumbo was coming out, and he said he said in the video that he was thinking of elephant poop because elephants live action, and it was just like when I think pigeons, I think
Pigeon poop.
I don't know. I'm not saying like I think the movie's gonna be bad, but it's just like I'm just thinking, is Blue Sky, and I haven't seen Rio, but I've heard it's decent. Like, Gabby, you were talking about Rio. What did you think of Rio?
I thought it was good.
And
it was enjoyable.
So yeah, so I'm wondering, is this Blue Sky cashing in on Rio? Because it's like, oh well, people only know us for making Ice Age and Rio. Let's cash in on like one of those names. And since we already made too many Ice Age movies, let's not make another Rio movie, but let's something cool. Oh, well, Smith is cool, and what are the kids like? Spies. Okay, and it's like, we'll somehow merge Spies with this idea we had from the past. Because Rio was about like a couple birds, right?
Yeah, but it was more kind of like domestic creatures interacting with like wild creatures. Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like in terms
kind
of
of, it's like, oh well, people really liked our bird movie. Let's give them more birds.
Yeah, and let's make it quick before where Disney picks up Fox and then we're under their control.
Yeah, I can see that happening. It's just kind of like, we gotta do this quick, guys. We don't know how much time we got left.
So I don't know. I mean, it does, the premise, I guess you could say it does. I don't want to like dismiss it as, oh, it's just a cash grab, whatever, because it's really like the trailer feels more like a teaser trailer, I guess you could say, in that it just basically introduces us to the idea of, oh, Will Smith plays a spy and he gets turned into a pigeon.
I'm still not used to that.
So I'm just like thinking, how is this gonna go? There's not too many details to play off of. Like, we just basically know, like, IMDb has like a list of who else is in the movie. Like, they say, okay, DJ Khaled plays a character named Ears. Funny enough, like, DJ Khaled and Karen Gillan's characters are named after like body parts. Like, DJ Khaled plays a character named Ears, and Karen Gillan's character is named Eyes. So...
Oh, that makes sense. One is like taking care of all of the sounds in the environment, and one's taking care of all the like views and just kind of like, be my ears, be my eyes, kind of like, senses, making sure there's nothing catching them off guard. I'm not good at explaining.
So, yeah, but since we don't have too much to play off of, I guess I could say there are some possibilities for ideas. Like, is he going to be interacting with like real pigeons, or is it going to be more about like him interacting with other spies that get turned into pigeons? There's so little details on this movie I could go off of that it just kind of, and if I'm just kind of left thinking, where are they gonna go? But I mean that
You
in
know,
more of a sort of confused way.
you know what I imagine?
Huh.
I imagine a movie given to like the pigeon characters in Bolt.
Trying to remember. I definitely remember seeing Bolt.
Yeah, where like one of them is even like pitching a movie idea to Bolt, and he's all like aliens.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
And then they coined the term redonkulous.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a whole bunch of nonsense like that. Yeah, just that or the pigeons from the Animaniac shorts, Birds of a Feather, I think it was called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where it's just like a freaking pigeon gang
Was
from
it
New
that
York.
pigeon mafia thing that Doug Walker was
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, this pigeon moth.
Missed opportunity, I guess, since this is a spy movie, not a mobster movie, at least from the premise.
Okay, I'm done. Yeah, this is just like, oh my gosh, they've done so many things with pigeons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it was bound to happen. We had to have pigeons come back. Pigeons need to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, so I'll give this like trailer credit that it definitely plays with the expectations. And there are like to its credit, there are a number of ideas it can go with. I don't know what it is, but it's like I'm not getting the feeling of there's so many possibilities. I'm more left thinking, what are they gonna do? Which pool of our ideas is Blue Sky gonna pick from?
And the thing is that this could potentially be good.
Yeah,
But I don't know. It still seems pretty hard to pull it off.
mm-hmm. Like it's a very strange premise. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know what it is. A part of it, part of me wants to say it sounds so cheesy, but the other part of me is saying, but this could technically work.
Yeah, it's like that line from Master of Disguise. That's so crazy. So crazy. It just might work.
Yeah. So, yeah, but we won't know about, what's the movie gonna be about until, when more trailers come out and when more people aren't gonna be spoiled. Because this is, the definition of a trailer where if somebody spilled the beans, it would totally just kill it, So I'll give them, props for when they were advertising the movie. They did a good job, of hiding, what's it really about.
Yeah. That did it caught me extremely off guard.
Yeah.
I want to say in a good way too, because it's just like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah. Now I'm just wondering, I don't know why. Is it gonna be like one of those movies, kind of like Avatar, where it's like one character gets turned into this, but by the end of the movie he wants to stay in that form?
I hope not.
I don't know, because I feel
That
like
would
that's
be
something
very confusing. I'd probably feel very conflicted if it ended up there.
For me, it's just like a very cliche kind of an ending. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, yeah, but
And I wouldn't put it past Blue Sky to do something like that.
I don't know. I think it's the fact that we're talking about pigeons here. Not a lot of people really enjoy pigeons.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people kind of just think of them as like flying rats.
Yeah, flying rats rats also, take shits, but,
This one's will poop on you
Mm-hmm.
and your car.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been in a case where a pigeon, like, actually me, but, you see it everywhere. There have been times where I go out to, like, my parents' car and, there's, like, a pigeon poop stain, like, on the window.
Oh, I think for me it was seagulls. In the middle school we used to go to, there were always a whole bunch of seagulls.
Yeah. Yeah, same
And
here.
and and after lunchtime, it was basically like the apocalypse.
Mhm.
Everyone was running for dear life, covering themselves just to make sure that they would get pooped. I have the distinct memory now. I don't remember exactly how this happened or if it actually did happen because my memory is pretty bad. But I have the distinct memory of walking to class and another student passing by, and their face is like all up and their mouth is open here, and all of a sudden, just right on their face. Right on their face. And yeah, I felt so bad for them. I was
I
just like,
see.
oh God, no. So yeah,
So,
seagulls,
yeah.
guys. There's another opportunity there. Totally. We're doing
Yeah, just
pigeons.
don't
Gotta
do
bring
Finding Nemo
seagulls now.
mind jokes.
Okay. All right, I'm
But
done.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, they'll come out with a seagull movie and they just go mine, 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 mine.
Oh, I can totally see that happening. I'm surprised it hasn't.
Yeah, but then Disney
I
will
didn't
shut
think
down
of that.
But then Disney will shut down that movie because copyright infringement.
But then they would be the ones doing.
Yeah, but
That
we
would be a
first got
low
seagulls
though.
that said mine, 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 mine from Finding Nemo. So unfortunately,
Yeah, that's why. Like they would just basically give them their own movie, and
yeah.
then we'd have like the DreamWorks thing with the penguins of Madagascar.
Yeah, so I guess seagulls are another opportunity. Like, if Spies in the Skies is successful, Blue Sky will be like, let's try seagulls next.
Disney, if you're watching, you're welcome.
Or who knows? Like, if Fox does end up getting scooped up by Disney, maybe Disney will make them, say make a movie with those seagulls from Finding Nemo that everybody likes.
Oh my god. It's hard to breathe.
Yeah, this is just so crazy. But I mean,
Okay.
I'm just wondering, going back to Spies in Disguise, are we gonna see like Will Smith's character as a pigeon, like using all kinds of like gadgets as a spy? Given they made that weird butt joke, are they actually gonna like poop on like villains and that's like fire?
The one thing I imagine, especially with that combination of him turning into another animal and the fact that it's called Spies in Disguise, it just made me think if there was going to be more of like several spies having the same technology and taking the form of different animals at different times and being able to turn into different, like just any animal that they encounter. I feel that would be pretty cool. Like I'd watch that.
But then that kind of goes back into the whole Rio thing, doesn't it?
Not really, because you mainly just deal with birds the whole time and the one kind of bird for the most part. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that, like, I'm not, judging Rio without ever seeing it. I'm just saying that it sounds, like, very similar to an idea that Blue Sky has tried before. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of. I mean, I'd still say it warrants its own merit. Like I definitely see it as kind of its own thing. Maybe it took some influences, and maybe they took advantage of some of the names that they already have to be like, oh well, hey, we can work off of that a little bit, but definitely not like a complete like rehashing of anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a rehash. It just sounds very familiar. So
I don't know. For me, the only thing I associate the two through is birds.
yeah. But that's just, I guess that's just kind of the cynical side of me. So I guess we'll leave it at that. So Spies in the
We'll
Skies,
see.
yeah, will come out. Let's see. IMDb, you really got to put September 13th, 29. Wow, that's actually quite far away. Like for a movie like this, I guess that's actually, really early to release trailer.
Then who knows? It might have a good deal of time to develop properly and actually be something quite enjoyable.
I can't imagine them changing it all too much. Like,
No,
I
no,
imagine
no.
it's still, in development. It's not like it's a finished movie ready to go, but
what I mean is more kind of like they'll have plenty of time to work out any story kinks. Like, avoid it. Avoid, it's turning into something just completely unpalatable as far as movies go.
yeah.
Because that's plenty of time to go over the story. Think, hey, is this actually funny or is it just us laughing? Are we doing too many of the same kind of jokes? Stuff like that, which is usually the problem people have with movies like this because it's like, oh my gosh, no, another opportunity to just slap a whole bunch of poop jokes or bird jokes. Okay, we get it. You're talking about birds, but I don't know if they're gonna have that much time. I'm pretty sure they'll work a lot more into it than just that, as far as the comedy goes.
Mhm.
So
So,
yeah.
I mean, hopefully more trailers will come out and we'll check them out. It's definitely a very surprising premise. I'll give this trailer credit that it did its job. It did a job that very few trailers could pull right, in that it
That
plays
is
with your
true.
expectations. So yeah,
That
we'll
is
leave it
true.
at that. That movie comes out September 13th, 2019, and I guess that's about it. So I guess we'll end it here. So yeah, so thanks Gabby for coming on.
Thanks for having
Mm-hmm.
me.
Right, and until, well, when we get to the Cartoon Network Hotel discussion, we'll see you later.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Nika says bye bye. Hey guys, be sure to like this Blood Moon Bobby video if you enjoyed it. Please share this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Be sure to ring the notification bell to be notified about my latest upload. Follow me on my social media pages at Blood Moon Bobby to find out about what I'll be covering next and for more of my opinions. Thanks for watching.